Tonight on the driving test, examiner Melissa fears for her life.
I don't get scared in my job very often at all, but today
There's a curtain.
I'm not confident at all.
Fear of the road puts the brakes on a lesson,
I've got my foot over the brake because you never know what's going to happen.
and a hairdresser has a close shave.
I'm thinking, you haven't realised we're still in a school zone.
He's the wild man of the Palmerston driving team.
I like to ride hard and ride on the edge.
But when it comes to Scott's job, nothing is more serious.
I love to teach and I like to show them how to drive the road safely. But as a tester, I want to make sure they're ready for the road.
Fresh from riding the waves, Scott is about to meet a teenager fresh to riding the clutch. Apprentice electrician Cooper is desperate to get his driver's licence so he can hop into this, his newly acquired first car.
Definitely need a car if I'm starting my apprenticeship, but I'm still pretty jolty.
But there is one thing stopping him from getting enough practice.
Mum and Dad are very scared driving me.
Cooper's parents may be too scared to drive with him, but surely adrenaline-loving Scott is up for the rush.
It'll be interesting to see how I go.
Morning. How you doing, mate?
Pretty good.
I'm Scott. Good, mate. Have you done any other driving before with mum or dad?
Yes. Manual last night.
Is that the only time you've ever driven a manual was last night?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. From hearing that, I knew we're in for a good lesson today. All right, so a little bit of friction. We're going to go for a drive. We're going to hit the road. Clutch out a little.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Cooper is obviously a glass half full kind of guy.
Oh, that's the curb, but that's okay. I had to grab the wheel quite a few times. Let's go a little bit more away from this car, but did I open a door up? I've already got 4 doors.
Yep. Did stuff up a few times. Nearly hit an island.
Up. Whoa.
Hit a couple of curves.
Oh, that's that curb again.
All minor.
Minor to Cooper, but major to the state of Scott's car.
Go this way. That's it. All right, and then come back that way. To the right. To the right.
With his electrician exam soon, Cooper can't afford to switch off.
There we go.
Definitely need a car if I'm starting my apprenticeship. I know all the basics of cars, but I'm still pretty jolty.
Slow on the clutch. Where is it? Get ready to hold it. It's like there's a spider down there. Where's that spider? A lot of students' first lessons are looking at gears, and when they look down, they always in turn to steer the wheel the wrong way. No, that's first.
Oh, it's there.
Third, yeah. Were you looking at the gears then?
A little bit.
You were, I noticed. You're looking at the gears, and I'm looking at that curb coming closer and closer.
I think I stalled it about 3 times.
Off the brake a little bit, otherwise we stall. Didn't quite need to bring out the neck brace from the boot, so that was good. Off accelerator. You forgot you're accelerating. We got back in one piece. Revs wasn't his friend today. So, you survived your first lesson. Well done, mate, well done.
And after that, Cooper lives in hope.
Feel a lot closer to getting that piece test now. Good lesson.
Another member of the Palmerston driving team is Errol.
The best part of my job is coming across a new driver and creating a competent driver.
Today, he's stepping into the instructor seat with apprentice hairdresser Keelan. Since the age of 16, Keelan's had a fear of driving. Today, she's finally biting the bullet for her first ever driving lesson.
I feel like coming out, I'll be able to be independent soon and do everything that I haven't been able to do.
You just show me how good you are. Nicely done.
Keelan's fear of driving stems from losing a friend in a tragic accident.
So tell me how you left it so long to go for your licence.
So when I was 16,
Yeah.
my friend had been involved in a car accident. She was one of my best friends at the time.
Yeah.
She went into a coma for about 5 days and she actually passed just after Christmas. So I guess that kind of put me back a little bit. So
Definitely
she
put you
did.
off driving.
Definitely. I guess I thought about it too much.
Yeah.
And I got myself scared of driving.
Yeah.
And now I'm not confident at all.
And you decided to bite the bullet and go for it.
Yeah. I put it off. Everything happens for a reason. And
There's nothing that's going to stop it, so you might as well just do it and don't be scared.
But with very little experience on the road, Keelan has a lot to learn.
I'm not going to be telling you how to do things.
Second.
You're going to foot on the clutch.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Tells me something's going on.
I'm not confident at all. Even the fact that a car coming from the opposite side can just go in my lane so easily, that just freaks me out. Having someone else there is always better.
So that was only a small four-wheel drive, you're allowed to pull out in front of me. So I've got my foot over the brake, almost continuous, because you never know what's going to happen.
After a few hiccups, Keelan will have to take a few deep breaths as she attempts her first reverse park.
I'm going to get you to do a reverse parallel park behind my U.
So just use my clutch.
Yeah. Now coming back really slow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's going a bit too fast.
Okay, let's not do that again.
Don't often get many people that have been through the adversities that she has, but are pushing through it and willing to give it a go, which is fantastic. I'll go first just as we're stopping.
About to head to the big smoke, hairstylist Gray thinks it's time to get his licence. Stepping up for today's test, he's made sure he has his look just right.
It's really important to look great because I might be going to go and get my license photo taken after this. G'day.
Mr. Gray, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? When you're driving, you know, you've got to look classy. So that little red P added to my ensemble will look really good.
While his look might ooze confidence, Gray's lessons with Andrew were anything but.
Remember how to start?
Yeah, clutch in.
Yep.
Into first.
Yep. Before we do that, there's a red light on your dash.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm asking you.
No, I've got nothing. Handbrake.
Yeah.
Hey!
And speed, or lack thereof, was a factor.
We are in the 70k zone road, so let's go a bit faster because right now we're doing about 20.
Yeah.
Having conquered his fears, Gray's ready to take the next step towards getting his licence.
Your driving test number is 17822. Any questions?
I think I'm good. I think I'll be all right. I don't have any burning questions. I
should hope you are.
Yeah. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm trying to sort of remain calm and keep my composure.
So when you're ready, sure, let's go for a drive, shall we? Don't forget, do everything you were taught and breathe.
Just need to remember when to shoulder check and just take it nice and slow and I'll be fine.
But as Gray's 45 minutes begin, he's a long way from fine.
With most learners, when they get really, really nervous, they tend to want to rush at everything. Problem with that, of course, is that they get it wrong. He really needs to settle down and start taking his time, otherwise this is not going to work.
Nerves were starting to get the better of me.
We came into the school zone and he slowed down for it. He then started to increase his speed. And I'm watching it, I'm thinking, yeah, you haven't realised we're still in a school zone.
Gray's test is on a knife's edge.
More than 5k an hour over the speed limit is an immediate fail.
He still has no idea how close to failing he is. Gray's had a near-perfect test, but as he approaches the school zone, the writing is on the wall.
More than 5k an hour over the speed limit is an immediate fail. You haven't realised we're still in a school zone. You need to slow down, it's still a school zone. So I was telling you what you were doing, 48.
And that means one thing.
My heart just sank. Speeding in a school zone is not a good look.
School zones are there for a reason, and the reason they're there is so that our children remain safe. Okay, it looks a lot worse than it is. You've not been successful today. The issue was that you allowed the nerves to get to you a little bit, and you made a couple of mistakes. It is a tough lesson to learn, but it's a good lesson, because hopefully, because he's failed for it, he won't ever do it again.
I failed.
Wannabe Sparky Cooper is wired and ready to get his licence today.
Just about to get my piece today, so be good.
That's pretty confident, so he must have put in a lot of practice since his last lesson with Scott.
Off the brake a little bit, off the brake a little bit. Otherwise we stall. Up, up. Whoa.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Melissa.
Cooper.
Hi, Cooper. So you ready for your driving test?
Yep.
Yep. Excellent. And this is test sheet number 18755.
There's just 45 minutes for Cooper to show examiner Melissa he's plugged in for a smooth ride.
If we're going left, we wouldn't really indicate.
Unfortunately, I can't advise that.
Yeah.
But do whatever you feel is safe.
And let's go. Handbrake.
But right from the get-go, there's a circuit breaker.
Just follow the curve.
We were off to a very, very slow start. So straight away I thought, well, I don't think he can drive that well. Yep. Then we'll go left.
Left.
We came to the first roundabout. He just took an awful long time to take off. Just as we started to slowly move, I saw there's a vehicle approaching the roundabout, and I thought, you need to stop. You're going to crash into this car. Just wait, there's a car there.
Blind spot.
Blind is certainly one way of putting it.
Being an 8:30 test, I quickly woke up.
Melissa has had her wake-up call, but the alarm still hasn't rung for Cooper.
Very straight ahead. A long way back, the lights changed, and he didn't react. And I thought, surely you were going to stop for these lights. I need to stop. I need to stop.
There we go.
A few moments later, it was like he just didn't even look. He was going for it again. Once again, I had to tell him to stop. Stop, stop.
At this point, Melissa is just hoping to get home in one piece.
I don't get scared in my job very often at all, but today I had to be on the ball. I had to just react to whatever he was about to do.
But eternal optimist Cooper seems happy with how his test is progressing.
Luckily, so far, no stalls, so that's good.
With his licence almost up in smoke, Cooper manages to successfully complete a reverse parallel park. At last, a moment of success. Now he just needs to pull away from the curb.
So just clutch back in. You're just not in gear properly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Time is up, and the ever-confident Cooper thinks his licence is a sure thing.
Bit intimidating, don't want to stuff it up, but got through it, yeah.
Whether or not he's stuffed it up is up to Melissa.
So just with your score today with this, unfortunately you haven't been successful. I do feel that you need a lot more practice. He lost 18 points, which is an extreme amount, and he did 4 immediate fails, and several of those immediate fails were several times. Yeah, it's just a lot of times I had to intervene. It was close to being one of the worst drivers we've actually had. If I was you, I definitely wouldn't go for my test again straight away. I think you need a bit more time behind the wheel.
time. Yep.
Yes. So.
But Cooper remains in the dark.
Damn. Missed a couple of shoulder checks. That's about it.
I hope he really does understand that he is not safe right now. He needs to do a lot more practice.
So, have Melissa's cautions hit home for young Cooper?
Probably do one next week. I'm a bit disappointed, but yeah, I'll just keep trying until I get it.
Fully recovered with her nerves calmed, Melissa is ready for her next driving test. 21-year-old Keelan has to overcome her fear of driving if she wants to pass today's test.
Hello.
Hi, Mel.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So how are you feeling?
I'm trying to be confident.
I felt like I wanted to throw up, to be honest with you.
I'm a little bit nervous. I have a little bit of anxiety, but
I probably am more nervous than a normal person would be. A little bit of anxiety there.
Part of Keelan's driving anxiety stems from a tragic accident where she lost a close friend when she was just 16.
She was driving She was coming out of a T intersection and as cars T-boned her, and she's obviously not wearing a seatbelt. She's being flung. She was on a coma for about 5 days. Yeah, so that kind of put me back a fair bit.
And this is test sheet number 17718. So when it is safe and you're ready, we'll make our way to the exit. My first impression of Keelan was she was a bit nervous.
For Keelan, there's 45 minutes to overcome her nerves, conquer her fears, and finally get those P plates.
The third set of lights, we need to go left if you can.
Okay, no problem.
We needed to do a lane change just before a set of lights. So these lights, though, will continue straight. Yeah. Then I noticed that she hadn't cancelled the indicator. Yeah, we'll just go straight here. If she doesn't turn off the indicator, it means I will have to tell her, which is a point, but I'm more concerned about if there's a car coming out, she could create an accident. Just at the moment, you've just got your indicator on.
When Mel told me my indicator was on, I got a little bit anxious. My nerves started to play up.
Keelan needs to keep those nerves in check so she doesn't lose control.
We'll take the first left. When we went to do a reverse parallel park, I noticed she was definitely a long way away from the vehicle. So just whenever it is safe.
There was a couple of cars trying to get past. I felt a lot of pressure at that point because I didn't really know what to do.
Should I just let him? It's your choice.
Having already lost points for vehicle control, Keelan is running out of time to show that she's in control.
I'm not going anymore. It is okay to wait, but it got to a stage where it could have created a dangerous situation.
21-year-old Keelan has to nail her reverse park if she wants to pass her test. And at the moment, things are at a standstill, creating a potentially dangerous blockage on the road.
Once she realised that the vehicles were waiting for her, she should have had the confidence to proceed with the manoeuvre.
With more points lost, any more mistakes will seriously jeopardise her chance of getting her licence.
I was a little bit far from the curb, so I was a little bit worried.
The manoeuvre itself wasn't great. She was definitely too wide from the curb. She missed a point for her positioning on that one. So yeah, we'll continue all the way to the end.
Okay, great. I actually thought I had failed.
With her driving test over, Keelan's about to find out if she's right.
Can relax for a second.
Can breathe now.
And I just need to tally this up. This is just going to take me a while. But...
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so just with your drive, you're just at the start, there was probably a bit of nerves.
Yeah.
Like you left your indicator on.
Yeah.
It did nearly create a hazard. If someone had been coming out, you would have failed. You did miss several points for positioning. So when you pulled over to do your reverse parallel park, you were too wide from the vehicle. So that was making it difficult for people to go around you. And just looking at the point system, do you want to know how you went?
Yeah. I've had quite a few points deducted, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. I was a little bit worried.
You have just scraped in today, so you have
Really?
passed. Yes, so
Okay.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So-
Sorry, my hands are so sweaty. I just feel great. It's really good. It's a great feeling to have. I passed. It's felt like I've conquered a very big part of my life that I never thought I would conquer. I feel a lot of weight just lifted off my shoulders.
Hairdresser Gray is fronting up for his second driving test with Mark. Feeling confident, he's geared up to pass.
Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Gray. How are we?
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
Gray's school zone speeding saw his first test end in an immediate fail.
So I was telling you what you were doing, 48.
Speeding in a school zone. That was the killer.
I need your driving licence, please.
Sure.
I'll give it back. I've got my own. Mine doesn't have that dreaded L on it.
Hopefully mine won't for too much longer either.
That depends on school zones, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, school zones. Hopefully I'll be able to not make the same mistakes.
When you're ready and it's safe, let's go for a drive.
This time I need to just really be aware of the signs and make sure that I'm paying lots of attention.
Gray needs to hold that attention for the next 45 minutes.
So we're now on the test route. Turn left. Mr. Gray today. He's just got to remember what he was taught and what he's been practicing. Continue straight ahead. Watch out for the school zone signs. They're the biggest signs in Darwin. So hopefully he'll get the hint and actually slow it down a little bit.
The nerves kicked in. I was really super aware of my speedo. I was constantly checking it.
But is Gray overcompensating for previous mistakes?
We're plodding along at 20k an hour. And Gray keeps checking that speedo to make sure he's not going to go over it this time.
The internal voices are going, don't this up.
Cautious, yes. Overcautious, not in the school zone. At the traffic lights, we're going to turn right.
With just over 30 minutes to go, Gray tackles the city streets.
So in a car that I hadn't driven before, the clutch was just a little bit different and ended up stalling it. My first thought was, that's not good.
We stalled. For that, it's 1 point loss for car control. Can be an issue if they continue to stall.
With the stalling playing on his mind, a stressed Gray finds himself back at the same set of lights moments later.
We're sitting at the same set of lights because we actually go around in a big loop and come back. So it would have been very fresh in his memory that he just stalled at these lights. Yeah, he managed to do it again.
Can you believe I stalled at the exact same place twice?
At that point, I went, oh, here we go. Because thought process now has gone from concentrating on what he's doing to, have I actually failed this driving test today? At the roundabout, we will turn right, and the nerves really start to kick back in. I'm sitting in the car watching what he's doing. There's a car coming round in our lane. And I'm thinking, please don't do this, please don't do this. And he started to go. If I have to intervene here and brake for him, it's an instant fail.
"26-year-old Gray is on edge as he nears the end of his second test.
There's a car coming round in our lane.
But Mark's intervention could be just moments away.
If I have to intervene here and brake for him, it's an instant fail. And before I actually had to react, he reacted and stopped the car, and we sat there and waited for a proper gap for us to go onto the roundabout.
Okay, things are starting to stack up now. So, you know, how many points have I got left to lose in this test?
Gray's about to find out as his test comes to an end.
Make it safe, turn that noise off. Much better with the speed control today. You only popped over once for a short period of time. Now, you got pinged 7 times for car control issues. The roundabout pinged you there for a decision error. A few issues with stalling, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. The issue will be is your percentage here. Did you do enough? All right, congratulations.
Oh, really?
You're out of your misery here.
Oh.
Well done. Pass your driving test.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Drive safely, young man.
Thanks, mate. See ya. Probably the most exciting thing is I can be Sober Bob for my friends, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Yay! And I can drive my parents around for a change, because they've done that for me for too many years.
With his licence firmly in hand, Gray is ready to pack up and hit the big city lights. Her confidence restored, Keelan is making the most of life with a licence. Having seen the light, Cooper continues to buff the bonnet of his stationary car.